Meanwhile, an appeals court judge denied Trump's latest attempt to delay the start of his criminal hush money trial, meaning it will begin in New York next week. Additionally, the gag order on the former president will also remain in effect, barring him from commenting on jurors, witnesses, and other people affiliated with the case. CBS News campaign reporter and attorney Katrina Kaufman is right here in Studio 57 with me. Katrina, always great to have your insights. Talk to us about what more do we know about this last-minute effort from Trump's legal team, which clearly has failed.
This has been evolving just this morning. The appellate court judge just denied his stay of the gag order. And what's really interesting here is that this appeal is going to continue. Trump has briefing that's due Monday morning, literally as the criminal trial is starting. So even as it's going to begin, because these stays have been denied, he is still going to be fighting it. So there could be a wild scenario where a full appellate court could make a decision as the trial is ongoing to stop it or delay it on these bases that he's fighting for.
And on to the Jack Smith case. He is urging the Supreme Court to reject former President Trump's request for immunity in that federal trial. What are his arguments at this point?
He makes a number of important arguments. One, which may appeal to some of the originalists on the Supreme Court, is that the framers never envisioned criminal immunity for presidents, and that's clear in the history of how presidents have behaved. And he gives the example of Richard Nixon after the Watergate scandal and how President Ford pardoned him, which implicitly shows that they both thought he could, in fact, be criminally prosecuted and likely found guilty of those crimes. Another argument he makes is that under President Trump's theory, or former President Trump's theory, if a criminal statute doesn't have the word president in it, he can't be charged with it. So he can't be charged with murder. He can't be charged with bribery. He can't be charged with treason, even. He also says, and sort of gives the court a way that they could rule, that they don't have to decide that a president can be criminally prosecuted for official acts, because really this was private conduct. Trump was not acting in his official capacity as president. He was acting as a candidate. And lastly, Trump is always making this argument that because no other president has been criminally prosecuted before, it shows that it can't happen to him. And Smith says, no, it doesn't. It just shows how unprecedented this conduct really is.
That's an important point. Katrina Kaufman, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.